Hey, so I'm Rebecca Applebaum, and this is Lion Smith. He's the sound designer with Final Savage Land. And these are our three hard questions.
Right.
Um, Actually, maybe okay. I'm gonna ask another question because it has to do with you being a sound designer, and it's the piece itself talks about it being a duet, but as we were talking, I was saying to me it really seems like a quartet, and the
Right.
way it was developed, it really seems like a very collaborative process. And I just thought maybe could you talk about as a live sound designer what it's like working with the dancers and the lighting designer and Allison and how you work together to create this piece, and what would you call it in the end?
Yeah, so I guess it was kind of a quartet in a way, but like it was still sort of built around a duet. Like a lot of the choreography was sort of built before I kind of came in there with my stuff, and then we this is a remount, so we'd done it before in the new year, and so it was just sort of like kind of coming in and trying things out. It was really sort of my process, like it was using the Arvo part initially as a centerpiece, and then removing it. We sort of built around it, so the choreography is sort of set and was growing, and I just tried different things to feel right, and then once we sort of got up and running with the full tech and the lights, and then we just started to feed off of each other, and things started to make sense and didn't. Like there were times where I just ran like a recording of a subway ride all the way up to North York and back, or like different things I tried out that just would fail. Like there's a really tension kind of sound that happens in it, which is the food court of the Eaton Center, put through a bunch of filters, and there's different things I tried. It was just sound meditations on what the Savage Land was. So sort of my process, like what is the final Savage Land? Is it nature? Is it, so you hear nature sounds, and then after a while things sort of distill. And this piece is, I guess, more reductive for me in terms of technique, like is about building up things and stripping it down. And a lot of the show, even in performance for me, is about sort of sitting on my hands and not doing too much, and being open to what the dancers are giving me sort of on an emotional level, and sort of running with that. And then we sort of feed. And Gabe and I were joking last night, the lighting designer, that he thought he was calling a light cue off something I was doing, but I was waiting for him. So there's a weird kind of flow like that. So we kind of just kept building naturally like that. And then Allison knew what she wanted, was very clear about sort of the poetry of the piece. And even with the remount, like when she came in, we rehearsed it. There's a couple of really great things she said to me, like just in terms of focal points. And to me, the piece again is like it's like sitting on my hands and just waiting for the need to play, and sort of reminding myself to sort of let the spaces breathe. So. Yeah, so I guess sort of answers it.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, great.